Hey guys, I am working on another Jet City 100 watt. This is the 100 HDM, which is circuit wise, it's almost identical to the regular 100 watt head. You get the depth control and the half power switch. It's pretty much the differences. I would definitely recommend, if you can find it, get the HDM. They are nice features. If you check out my other videos, I have a video where I show you how to go through the audio circuit in this and component for component make it as identical as we can to an actual Soldano SLO. To where this, the Jet City, it's a good clone, but it's not quite identical. So we get it closer. This video, I'm going to show you how to mod the power supply to make that on the level. So I have here the schematic for the SLO power supply. The biggest difference here, there are some different part values. That's easy. The big difference, though, is in the SLO, we have right away 4 200 UF caps. In the Jet City design, there's 2 caps there. There's only 2. So we can't really just add that. My workaround for that is to go with bigger caps. So I use 2 470 UF caps right there to do the same job as these 4. The hard part is there's not a lot of space height-wise, so it was pretty difficult to find caps that fit. I did find, and I've really liked these Kemet 470 UF, and they do fit inside the amp. And these are super long life, very industrial. These are good caps. They are a little more expensive than some other options, but I think they're totally worth it. I'll show you other stages. Our rectifier diodes. The SLO uses 5408s, which are these big guys here, to where the Jet City uses 4007s. You can see the difference just in size there. They do the same job. These are just, they're 3 amp rather than 1 amp. So they're just more industrial. So we'll swap those in, and I'll use those on the main stage and the bias stage. There's one right there. The 2 for the switching supply, those are 4007s. Those are fine there. So we'll leave those 2. Other than that, if we move through the circuit, our next 2 caps, which are these 2, the Soldano design uses 2 200 UFs. The Jet City are 100 UF. So those are just a straight swap for 220 UF caps. And I have some good Chemicons for that. These guys right here. They'll drop right in. Moving on, our next stage, the Soldano, our next 3 stages actually, the Soldano design uses smaller caps than the Jet City uses 68 UF and then 22 UFs, where the Soldano is 40 and a pair of 10s. So we are going to stick with the Jet City values because they are bigger caps. We are going to upgrade those to better quality stuff. Again, Chemicons that I have for that. If we move up to our bias supply, again, we're going to swap that diode, that rectifier. And then the Soldano uses a pair of 47 UF caps, where the Jet City uses 22s. So we'll upgrade those. And I have some nice gold Nichicons for those. Really good caps. Other than that, it's there's one cap here in the switching supply, 1000 UF in both. So that's an easy swap. Other than that, there are a couple. While I'm in here, normally I would swap these in the audio circuit as well, but this amp is untouched, unmodded. I haven't done anything to it yet. And this one isn't going to be another SLOClone. This one I'm going to do something different with. So there will be another video where I'll go through the audio circuit on this amp. It's going to be a really fun one. I'm pretty excited for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll get these parts swapped, and we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, we've got all of that installed. So starting over here, we've got our rectifier diodes. You'll notice I did space those up off the board rather than setting them down on there. Just heat dissipation. These are, you'll notice these are a big part. So the holes in the circuit board are pretty close for size. So you really want to make sure you get all of your solder cleaned out of the holes before you put these parts in, or they're not going to fit. I've got our big Chemits, our Chemicons, Nichicon caps all in. Our other diode over here, also spaced up off the board. This part, our 68 UF cap. This is not the exact part I normally order. The part I usually get it was out of stock. This is still a good Chemicon cap. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of odd dimensions. It's like really tall and skinny, but it's the same height as the Chemit caps, so it will fit in the amp. It's a good cap. Nothing wrong with it. Not my normal part, though. Our 22 UFs down here. Everything installed. And that's it, guys. That is my complete power supply mod for these amps. And I gotta say, even on the stock circuit, this, just making these first stages in the power supply bigger makes a huge difference. Huge difference on the performance of the amp. It tightens everything up. Everything sounds bigger. It's really worth doing. It's not a lot of work. I've got our parts that came out. So we've got our diodes, our caps. I do have to say, like, I ran all of these through my tester. It's just a Chinese off-brand, whatever. Soldano, when he designed these and spec'd all the parts, he did a really good job choosing parts. These all tested good. There's nothing wrong with any of these caps. I've never had one of these in. And dead serious, I've worked on a lot of these Jet City amps. It's all been mods, though. I've seriously never had one in for an actual repair where something had failed. So, even stock, these are a great sounding amp stock. The quality of parts is really, really good. The build quality is good. So thanks for watching. My next video, I'm going to be doing this amp. Like I said before, this is not going to be an SLO conversion. I'm going to do something different with this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you tune in and check that out. Thanks for watching.